Hey guys, this is Ash from inspector-training.com, and this is part 3 of our API 577 welding inspection and metallurgy examination. In this part, we are going to go through a schedule of fees and see when you can do the exam and how much it's going to cost you. So if you click on schedule and fees for 2026, you come to this table with 4 columns. The first column tells you the different exam windows. Second column is about the certification or program. Um, the third column is about the schedule or duration of the exam for that particular certificate. And the fourth column, you see, is the application deadline. If you compare the exam window with application deadline, you see that there is a 2 months and 3-4 days difference here. So the application deadline means you have to register with API and pay the fees, provide the reference, upload your documentation and employment history and your education, accept the terms, and then it be reviewed by API. Once accepted, everything in order. That should happen before, say, if you were attending the Jan 2 to 23 for API 510, that should have happened by October 31st. If not, then you have to go to the next window. Each API certificate is held 3 times of the year. So now we are going to look for API 577. The first exam is April 10 to May 1, and the application deadline was February 6. Now we are in 17th of April, so that passed. So you can't apply for this window. Each window is 3 weeks or 21 days long. So we are going to search for other windows. This one, August 7 to 28 window, we can do API 577, and the application deadline is June 5, so it's still you have time. You can do this, or you can do the one after that if you go and the next window is for API 577 is December 4, 25, with the application deadline of October 2. You can now do either August 7, or you can do the December 1. So it doesn't mean you have to do the next immediate one. You can do either of them. And because it's remote proctored, you wouldn't find, if you opt for remote proctoring, you wouldn't find a problem for a slot, because you will be doing it from the comfort of your home or office. And you can see that this exam is for 577, like the other group of the same group of the exam, like 571, 589, 36, is 3 hours and 15 minutes. 3.24 means 3 and a quarter, which is 15 minutes. Okay, so that's how you select your exam window. And remember, during applying, you have to select the exam window, otherwise you can't move on. And once you select that, that's frozen for you. You cannot change it. I mean, if you change it, it's same as failing the exam, because that means you have to reschedule and you pay the reschedule fees, and it's exactly. You can change the date, and we'll explain to you how that happens within the same window. But depending when you are asking for it, for a fee. Now, let's see how much it costs. Again, let's look for API 577. You can see that there are 2 prices here, $380 and $440. And one is for API member fee, and there is one is non-member fee. Now, you cannot be as an individual, an API member. When they say API member, it means a company. So if the company you are working for is a member of API, you can avail this discount of $380. And most people, they are not working for API member companies. So you end up paying $440 for initial examination. Every 3 years, you have to recertify, apply for recertification, and you end up paying $320. And lastly, if you want to reschedule, that means if you failed the exam, you didn't show up at the allocated time, you could not even, you got the email authorization, but you didn't reserve a slot with Prometric, and Prometric works on first come, first served basis. You couldn't find one at your closest to you at the Prometric test center if you applied for in-person or walk-in. For any reason, you haven't done that within the exam window that you selected, then you have to reschedule. And for API 577, you can see that the member rescheduling fee is $200. And then you go for the next window or window after that, whichever you select, and again, the same process. And then also, if you have not recertified yourself before your certificate is expired, you have to pay $200 on top of the $320 recertification. Okay, so you have to pay another $200 if your certificate expired, up to 90 days after your expiry. If even after 90 days you haven't get yourself recertified, then your certificate is expired totally, and if you want to get certified, you have to create a new application and pay the full fees and attend the full exam. There is no recertification quiz for this exam, so it's just you apply for recertification, and that's it, pretty much. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll talk about qualification and other matters in our next video.